What's up, Sporkman family? It's your boy Sporkman, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be speaking more about OTS Tournament Pack 27 and 28, and even touching upon a little bit of the market as well, and as to why Blue Eyes is really worth all the hype. And honestly, it just keeps on getting better as we move on into the OTS packs, but also just into this Blue Eyes era as well. As, again, it's nostalgic, it's amazing. You're going to be seeing Blue Eyes everywhere in your locals, at your YCSs, at all these big events. It's going to be fun. Definitely a little splash of something different besides Malice, Fiendsmith, Rizio, all these things that we've had in the past that's just so overpowering. It's nice to see a nostalgic deck bringing, its big name onto the stage once again. 20-something years later. So, really awesome here that we're getting a lot of cool stuff in OTS packs. And first up, I just want to announce, if you haven't heard already, one of the things that have been revealed for OTS 28 is the SDK artwork. The starter deck, I was going to say structure deck, starter deck Kaiba. Blue Eyes artwork is going to be an ultimate rare, which is fantastic. My favorite artwork becoming an ultimate rare. I can't wait to see this one. I'm hoping that the card frame is that retro pack card frame. You know, the retro pack that came out not too long ago, and we had that old card frame, that old Yu-Gi-Oh look. I'm hoping they stick with that style. They probably won't, but if they do stick with that old type of style, you'll have everyone, and I mean everyone and their mother, going absolutely nuts for this one. And I really would be, paying any price at this point to get like 3 copies of that as well. Nonetheless, I'll definitely be getting 3 copies, even if it's the newer card art frame. But man, if they stick with that old one, it's gonna be expensive for sure. Okay, so OTS 27. These are the 3 cards that are going to be your ultimate rares. Silhouette Hat Rabbit, Sage with Eyes Blue, and Dark Fusion. Again, more Blue Eyes theme with that Sage card, but also nice to see Silhouette Hat Rabbit getting some love here, as we've talked about Silhouette Hat Rabbit being really a card that's been played a lot, a card that's been around a lot since its iteration of being introduced, and I believe in Infinite Forbidden. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but damn, it is good to see this one as the ultimate rare. I love the artwork on this card as well, so it's nice to see this one as the ultimate rare. It'd definitely be worth a little bit of penny as well, along with Sage, because of all the Blue Eyes hype. People are going to want the ultimate rare version, and of course it's nice to see Dark Fusion. I'm a little iffy about why Dark Fusion's in here, but we can't ask for it all with Konami. Sometimes they gotta splash in something, not so great, so that way, I guess your pull rate isn't the best with the real cards you're looking for as well. So, it is what it is with that, but I would have loved to see Fiendsmith Engraver in this one. I would have loved to see maybe a Dragon Master Magia with this one. It would have been nice to see a lot of different things. Maybe they're saving it for OTS 28 with alongside Blue Eyes. We'll get Magia as well. We'll see, maybe in Stampede, but good stuff so far for the OTS packs. I would say the last couple. Obviously, it's meant to be something to upgrade your deck, something to upgrade your collection. It's a nice rarity. Ultimate Rare has always been a nice add-on to anything you want. So, cool stuff here. Definitely let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Okay, there we go. One thing I want to touch on real quick in the market is that the Blue Eyes structure deck has actually been getting a little bit dip under price again. So we're seeing that price point coming down just a tad bit, not a lot, but just a tad bit. Market price still around $15. MSRP is at $12. So, still up there in price, not too much, but, I wouldn't wait too long to pick this one up, as, again, you have really good staples in Ash Blossom, in Infinite Impermanence, Nibiru, Call by the Grave, Effect Veiler. There's so many great cards in this one, besides just the Blue Eye stuff in this, which a lot of people are buying in general just to pull a QCR, but all in the future, with 4 huge staples that always raise in price, expect the structure deck to stick with that same model in the future, and that price point for the structure deck sealed will continue to raise, but also these staples within the structure deck continue to go up in price as well. So long term, if you are holding on to this one, you're looking actually really good for yourself. Again, there's been almost like 30 reprints of Infinite Impermanence, 30 reprints of Ash Blossom at this point. I mean, obviously maybe I'm being a little exaggerated, but there's been so many reprints. However, no matter if it's a common, super, the most garbage copy, it's still worth a good penny because it's a staple card. It's a card that's always utilized in many decks, and we're going to continue to see those price points pick up in the future. So don't sleep on the structure deck if you are. And then again, there's value to be had in this. And if they come out with a reprint structure deck, I want everyone to keep in mind, will they add the QCR to that structure deck, as QCRs are ending in, I believe it's April or May with Alliance Insight. Not sure when it comes out, I'm forgetting now. But if it ends after Alliance Insight, will they be adding a QCR? And will they be adding an Unlim QCR? That's something to think about as well, because if they're ending it, it shouldn't be brought back, right? Even if it's a reprint, who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see what Konami's up to if they do decide to reprint the structure deck. Should be fun stuff to keep in mind as well for the future if you have a first edition one versus an Unlim one as well. All right, things going on in the Blue Eyes market as well, since this is really a Blue Eyes era we're living in these days. The Blue Eyes White Dragon Quarter Century Secret has increased yet again, spiked up in price. It was around what, $30, 31, and now it's about 38, 39, and going towards 40. So I've seen some sales on eBay and even on Mercari already selling for around $42, $43. So we're pretty close to getting to that 40 point on TCG Player, and I expect it to get there relatively soon, to be honest with you. Crimson Dragon, we talked about it eventually getting to the $200 area. We've seen sales data, and it is definitely being bought for over $200. There has been some cards over here for near mint, just under $200, but it is basically $200 now for your QCR Crimson Dragon. And if you looked at the secret rare copies for Crimson Dragon, they have skyrocketed up towards the $30 area. So definitely not a card to sleep on if you're already sleeping on it. I told a lot of people to buy it when it was around $8. Let's take a look at it real quick. Ooh, maybe I was wrong. It's not even at 30 anymore. It's around 40. Holy crap, the Ultra Rare card. Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it peak at 60 and it went to 60. I actually didn't realize this card went to 60. It has been bought for that price. I got one sale here. Okay. I had a feeling. I had a feeling it would be bought out and get to this price point. And then you see the secret copies getting up there in price as well. I'm not too surprised with this one. Nice to see Crimson Dragon doing some things here, man. A little throwback to 5Ds as well. I'm actually rewatching 5Ds, so always fun watching the Signer Dragons, combination with the Crimson Dragon. All fun stuff. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. I'm so glad I picked this up for like $3 or $4 a couple weeks ago, because it freaking spiked so hard that's up to around $17. So it's insane that, and I've told everybody, if you see cheap QCRs, just buy them. Why? Because you never know when they might raise, and if they're $2, $3, guess what happens? Over time, if there's something becomes relevant for that card, this is what you see happens. The spike, the insane spike. That's why you buy it cheap. Buy your QCRs cheap, everybody. If you see QCRs cheap, grab them, buy in quantity, buy a playset, hold on to them, wait for them to spike. Eventually they will. And yeah, man, with QCRs coming to an end, I'm expecting even more increases in prices to come in the future. But we will see, man. We will see. Cosmic Blazer Dragon making a little push as well towards the $5, $6 range, so keep that in mind as well. But also something to keep in mind, the Stardust Divine Dragon card has gone above 30, everybody. I'm hoping for a reprint of this card, maybe in Stampede, but we will see. Maybe an OTS pack, maybe a side set. But oh my goodness, we definitely need a reprint for this one, as this one has spiked and will continue to spike as low listings are apparent for this one, as well as more people want to play Blue Eyes. And talking about Blue Eyes, you can't talk about Blue Eyes without Primite making it a necessity now to make it really meta and put it over the top at your big events. And yes, Primite has not slowed down. It's actually almost increased since the structure deck has come out. And yeah, I mean, we talked about this card. I mean, we look back at this card, right? And I mean, we really look back at this card. And it was, yeah, everybody, I want you to keep in mind something. I have 6 copies of this card. I used to have 6 copies of this card. I have 2 copies of this card now. And yes, I did sell it for max value here. As you can see, it is now gone above 90 bucks. So I made really good value on this one, and I'm glad I picked it up. I told everybody in Rage of the Abyss when it came out, there was a lot of cheap secret rares to pick them up because they would increase over time, because they're great cards. It's just, we gotta wait for the right moment, and it did just that. Always pick up stuff for cheap, because eventually they will raise in price if they become relevant. It's just the way of the market, the way of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just a smart thing to do in general if you are looking to invest in cards and invest in the meta as well. One thing to note, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Quarter Century Art Collection, the OCG, they got some really cool stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie. Access Code Talker, look at these cards. The alternate artworks for all these cards are fantastic. I cannot wait to pick this one up. I'm definitely gonna open a box. Definitely gonna, like to pick some of these amazing, cool cards up in alternate artworks. I'm hoping we get this here in the TCG. It would be fantastic to get this in a Quarter Century Secret Rare over here, and maybe a Stampede or something. But damn, really great job over there in the OCG. I'm hoping that we get more cool stuff like this in the TCG. But one can hope, one can dream, and I know a lot of people are complaining, as always, that OCG always gets the better stuff. It's true, but hopefully one day that will change and we will get some fun stuff. I will say one thing though, OCG market's very fair compared to the TCG market, where we're always getting a little screwed over here with the high price point of cards, where there's more accessibility to things over there in the OCG. But I digress. Really cool stuff though overall for OTS packs. Cannot wait for OTS 27 and 28 and to get my hands on a lot of ultimate rares. I think there is a lot to look forward to. I think Konami's doing a great job. They understand the market, they understand the hype, the hoopla, and people going crazy for this meta and this type of era we're living in Blue Eyes era, and fun stuff. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But from yours truly, Sparkman, we'll catch you in the next one. Please subscribe, comment, and peace out, YouTube.